Have you ever bitten into a sweet, juicy fruit, thinking it was the perfect healthy choice, only to feel strangely tired, dizzy, or off balance afterward? What if the very fruits you've trusted for years are quietly working against you? And how many of us really know which ones are safe? And which ones could be dangerous after 60? Fruits are often praised as nature's gift, colorful, flavorful, and packed with nutrients. But as we age, some of these everyday favorites can turn from friend to foe, spiking blood sugar, clashing with medications, or even harming the kidneys. I'm Dr. Name, and today we'll uncover the truth behind dangerous fruits seniors should never eat, along with healthier, safer alternatives to keep your body strong and vibrant. Stay with me until the end, because just knowing one of these could protect you from a health scare you never saw coming. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Starfruit, the silent kidney killer. With its bright yellow hue and star-shaped slices, this tropical delicacy often looks too beautiful to resist. For many, it brings memories of sunshine and relaxation, yet for seniors, it hides a serious danger that few people talk about. People often pick up starfruit from grocery stores or local markets, drawn by its beautiful shape and refreshing crunch. Yet behind its bright, inviting look hides a danger few realize, especially for those over 60. What if I told you this seemingly harmless fruit could quietly harm one of your most vital organs, your kidneys? As we age, our bodies go through subtle but meaningful changes. The kidneys, our body's natural filtration system, gradually lose efficiency. It doesn't happen overnight or come with loud warning signs. You might just feel a bit more tired after a busy day, notice mild swelling in your ankles or hands, or see small changes in your bathroom habits. It's easy to dismiss these as normal signs of aging. But deep inside, your kidneys may already be working overtime to clear waste and toxins from your blood. For many seniors, this silent decline goes unnoticed until it becomes serious. That's when something as innocent as starfruit can turn dangerous. The alarming truth is that millions of older adults live with reduced kidney function without even knowing it. Standard checkups often miss the problem unless a specific test, like the glomerular filtration rate, GFR, is done. And for anyone with even slightly weakened kidneys, starfruit isn't just unhealthy. It can act like a slow poison. The real danger comes from a naturally occurring neurotoxin called caramboxin, found only in starfruit. For younger, healthy individuals with strong kidneys, it poses little threat. Your body filters it out effortlessly. But for seniors whose kidneys are already under strain, this toxin doesn't leave so easily. Instead, it lingers in the bloodstream, slowly building up and slipping into the nervous system. The impact can strike faster than most expect. What starts as light dizziness or mild nausea can quickly progress into confusion, vomiting, or even tremors. In severe cases, it can lead to seizures, coma, or permanent neurological damage. Doctors have recorded instances where just one starfruit, or even a small glass of its juice, triggered life-threatening reactions in older adults with weakened kidneys, often without them realizing the danger. The most alarming part? Its unpredictability. You could enjoy starfruit for years without any issue, then suddenly cross an invisible line as your kidney function quietly declines. I once met John, a 72-year-old retiree from Florida. He was active, fit, and proud of his healthy habits. Every morning, he'd slice starfruit into his breakfast bowl, believing it was doing him good. Until one day, everything changed. John lived a healthy life. He avoided sugary sodas and greasy fast foods, choosing fresh fruits and vegetables instead. One day at the supermarket, he noticed starfruit and thought it would be a refreshing, healthy addition to his diet. After all, how could a fruit be harmful? He enjoyed its tart sweetness every morning, never realizing that his kidneys, quietly weakened by years of wear, could no longer process it properly. Within a week, subtle signs began to appear. His memory slipped during conversations. His hands trembled slightly, and a fog seemed to blur his thinking. He brushed it off as normal aging, not wanting to trouble his doctor over what felt like minor issues. But one quiet afternoon, John suddenly collapsed in his living room. His family rushed him to the emergency room, where doctors ran urgent tests to uncover the cause. The results were startling. Starfruit toxicity had overwhelmed his weakened kidneys, triggering a severe neurological reaction. His blood showed dangerously high levels of caramboxin, and further tests revealed moderate chronic kidney disease, something John had never known he had. Sadly, his case is far from rare. The National Kidney Foundation has long warned that starfruit can be extremely dangerous for older adults, especially those with kidney problems. Research has shown that even half a starfruit can trigger toxic effects in those with kidney issues. It's startling, but true. What once seemed like a healthy treat can quietly turn into a hidden threat. This reminds us of an important fact. What nourished us in our younger years can become risky as our bodies change with age. In your 40s or 50s, starfruit might have been a harmless indulgence. But once you reach your 60s or 70s, it's a gamble not worth taking. Thankfully, there are plenty of safer, equally delicious tropical choices. Asian pears offer a crisp, refreshing sweetness, while dragon fruit brings both color and flavor without the risk. Even mangoes and papayas, enjoyed in moderation, can satisfy that tropical craving safely. The takeaway is simple, yet vital. Learn to listen to your body as it evolves. Your kidneys have served you faithfully for decades. Don't put that hard work in jeopardy. When it comes to starfruit, the best choice for older adults is to avoid it completely. For generations, grapes have held a beloved place in our diets. They're nature's easy snack, sweet, bite-sized, and effortless. You can enjoy them straight from the fridge on a warm afternoon, toss a few into a salad, or keep a bowl nearby during a cozy movie night. They've long been promoted as a guilt-free treat filled with antioxidants and vitamins. But for older adults, especially those managing diabetes, prediabetes, or age-related blood sugar changes, grapes can be deceptively dangerous. Behind their refreshing sweetness lies a hidden risk. As we age, the body's ability to process sugar naturally declines. Metabolism slows, insulin sensitivity drops, and the pancreas often struggles to maintain balance. By our 60s or 70s, insulin resistance can quietly develop, even in those who never had blood sugar issues before. For seniors, these sudden glucose spikes aren't just minor fluctuations. They can speed up nerve damage, blur vision, and raise the risk of heart disease or stroke. Grapes, despite their harmless image, can actually be a hidden culprit. Their high glycemic index means they cause a rapid surge of glucose in the bloodstream. Unlike fiber-rich fruits such as apples or pears that release sugar slowly, grapes flood the system almost instantly. The result is a sharp spike, followed by an energy crash that leaves you drained and fatigued. Over time, these constant fluctuations take a real toll. Patricia, a 68-year-old retired teacher from Chicago, learned this lesson the hard way. Wanting to make healthier choices, she replaced her afternoon cookies with a bowl of red grapes. It seemed like the perfect trade, processed sugar for nature's sweetness. But within weeks, she began feeling lightheaded in the mornings, her vision sometimes blurry, and by midday, she was exhausted. She blamed stress or poor sleep, never suspecting her new, healthy habit. During a routine checkup, her doctor noticed unusual glucose patterns. When Patricia mentioned eating grapes daily, about a cup each time, the truth became clear. That small serving was giving her nearly 25 grams of sugar, the same as a candy bar, without any fiber or protein to slow absorption. For her aging body, already less efficient at managing glucose, it was the perfect setup for imbalance. That small, healthy swap was silently straining Patricia's system, pushing her closer to prediabetes. Her experience reflects a common pattern among seniors, overestimating the safety of certain fruits without realizing how much their bodies have changed over the years. But unstable blood sugar isn't the only risk hidden in grapes. For older adults, they also pose an unexpected choking hazard. As we age, swallowing reflexes weaken, saliva decreases, and muscle coordination slows. These natural changes can turn an innocent snack into a serious danger. Grapes, with their smooth skin and firm, round shape, are just the right size to block the airway. According to the National Safety Council, choking incidents involving grapes have risen by nearly 30% among seniors in the past 5 years. The risk grows even higher for those with dentures, missing teeth, or reduced jaw strength. One wrong bite, one distracted moment, and a pleasant treat can quickly become a life-threatening emergency. Does this mean fruit should be avoided altogether? Of course not. Safer alternatives like blueberries or raspberries provide that same sweet tart flavor with less sugar, more fiber, and a softer texture that's easier to chew and swallow. And if you still enjoy grapes, just remember, simple precautions can make all the difference. Cutting grapes into quarters greatly reduces choking risks, and keeping portions small, about 10 to 12 grapes, is far safer than filling a bowl. Pairing them with a little protein, such as cheese or a handful of nuts, helps slow down the sugar rush. The goal isn't restriction, it's empowerment through awareness. Aging gracefully means adapting to your body's new needs, not holding on to habits that may now work against you. Grapes may be timeless favorites, but for older adults, they're best enjoyed sparingly, if at all. Oranges. The acid reflux trigger. Oranges have long been celebrated as a symbol of health and vitality. Packed with vitamin C, they're praised for boosting immunity and fighting colds, often seen as the perfect start to the day. Many seniors begin their mornings with a glass of freshly squeezed orange juice or a peeled orange, drawn by its bright scent and refreshing flavor. But beneath this wholesome image lies a hidden risk few consider. Despite their nutritional reputation, oranges can quietly disrupt the aging body, causing digestive discomfort, tooth enamel erosion, and even interfering with certain medications. As we grow older, our digestive systems become more sensitive, and one key factor is the lower esophageal sphincter, the small valve separating the stomach from the esophagus. In younger years, this valve acts like a dependable gatekeeper, keeping stomach acids where they belong. But as we age, it weakens, allowing small amounts of acid to slip back into the esophagus. This backflow, known as acid reflux, creates that familiar burning in the chest, a tightness in the throat, or a sour taste that lingers in the mouth. Oranges, with their high acidity, can make matters worse. What seems like a healthy fruit or a refreshing glass of juice can quickly become a trigger, intensifying reflux and leaving seniors battling heartburn or indigestion. For some, the problem doesn't stop there. Nighttime reflux, when acid escapes while lying down, can wake you suddenly with a burning throat or a stubborn cough. Over time, repeated exposure can erode the esophagus lining, leading to conditions like esophagitis or even Barrett's esophagus, a serious precancerous state. Margaret, a 73-year-old grandmother from Minnesota, learned this the hard way. For years, she began each morning with a tall glass of orange juice, believing it strengthened her immune system. But gradually, she developed a persistent burning sensation, especially after lying down at night. Sleep became difficult, often interrupted by that familiar discomfort. She tried antacids, propped herself up with extra pillows, even switched to decaf coffee. But nothing worked. During a routine visit, her doctor finally identified the culprit: citrus fruits, including her beloved oranges. Skeptical but hopeful, Margaret followed her doctor's advice. Within weeks, the burning faded. Her sleep returned to normal, and she finally felt back in control of her health. But the trouble with oranges doesn't end with digestion. Their acidity also poses a hidden risk to another vulnerable area: the teeth. As we age, enamel, the protective outer layer of our teeth, naturally thins, making it less resistant to acid erosion. Whether eaten fresh or enjoyed as juice, oranges bathe the teeth in citric acid, slowly wearing down enamel and leading to sensitivity, yellowing, and cavities. For seniors already dealing with receding gums or years of dental wear, this damage can worsen quickly, becoming both painful and expensive to fix. There's also a lesser-known concern: medication interference. Oranges and their juice can affect the way certain drugs are absorbed, including those for blood pressure, cholesterol, and depression. In fact, compounds found in citrus, especially in oranges and grapefruits, can either weaken a medication's effect or intensify its side effects. For someone taking daily pills with breakfast, that innocent glass of orange juice might unknowingly disrupt their treatment, reducing protection against serious conditions like heart disease or anxiety. So, what's the better option? Thankfully, vitamin C isn't limited to citrus fruits. Red bell peppers, with their mild taste and crisp texture, actually provide more vitamin C than oranges, without the harsh acidity. Kiwi is another excellent choice, offering a sweet tart flavor that's gentler on both the stomach and teeth. And if giving up oranges feels too difficult, a few small adjustments can make a big difference. Avoid eating them on an empty stomach. Dilute orange juice with water to reduce acidity, and always space consumption several hours apart from medication. These habits aren't about restriction, they're about preserving digestive comfort, protecting your teeth, and maintaining overall wellness as you age. Avocados, the hidden fat bomb. Avocados have become a modern health symbol, celebrated for their creamy texture and rich, nutty flavor. They've gained immense popularity among all age groups, including seniors, who often see them as a guilt-free source of good fat. Nutrition experts highlight their monounsaturated fats, known for lowering bad cholesterol, easing inflammation, and even supporting brain function. It's no surprise they've become a staple in today's healthy diets. Avocado toast, green chunked salads, and creamy smoothies have become the modern symbols of mindful eating. Yet, despite their reputation for being heart-healthy, avocados have a lesser-known side that can quietly cause trouble if eaten in excess. Too much can lead to unwanted weight gain, interfere with certain medications, or even trigger allergies, issues that become more pronounced as we age. As metabolism naturally slows over time, the body no longer burns calories as efficiently. What once fueled an active life in your 40s or 50s can begin tipping the scale in your 60s or 70s. Though avocados are packed with nutrients, they're also surprisingly calorie-dense. One medium avocado contains around 240 calories, nearly a full meal for many older adults. It's easy to see how a daily slice of avocado toast or a generous scoop in a salad can add up. Over time, those extra calories quietly accumulate, leading to gradual weight gain that's often mistaken for just aging. But it's more than that. Added weight puts extra stress on joints, worsens arthritis, and strains the heart, slowly chipping away at strength and mobility. Robert, a 75-year-old retiree from Denver, discovered this firsthand. A former construction worker, he swapped his usual eggs and bacon for avocado toast, believing he was making a healthier choice. For months, it seemed harmless, until one day, he noticed his knees aching more than usual. Climbing stairs, once effortless, now required patience and care. At his next checkup, the scale showed a 12-pound gain, weight that quietly intensified Robert's joint pain and drained his stamina. His doctor suspected the daily avocado habit was partly to blame and suggested cutting back. Reluctantly, Robert limited himself to just once or twice a week, and the change was remarkable. His knees felt lighter, and his energy slowly returned. But calories aren't the only concern with avocados. Their high vitamin K content, while important for blood clotting, can create problems for older adults taking blood thinners like warfarin. These medications are designed to keep blood flowing smoothly and prevent clots. Too much vitamin K, however, can interfere with that balance, reducing the drug's effectiveness and raising the risk of dangerous clotting. For seniors managing conditions like atrial fibrillation or high blood pressure, frequent avocado consumption can make treatment more unpredictable. There's also a lesser-known issue linked to avocados. They contain a protein similar to latex, which can trigger allergic reactions in people sensitive to latex, a condition known as latex fruit syndrome. This sensitivity sometimes appears later in life, catching many seniors off guard. It often starts subtly, with a tingling mouth or an itchy throat, but in rare cases, it can escalate to swelling or breathing difficulties. For those with a history of latex allergies from gloves or medical equipment, avocados may not be as harmless as they seem. The good news is, healthier fats don't have to come with these risks. A drizzle of olive oil over vegetables or a small handful of almonds or walnuts offers the same heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and antioxidants, without the excess calories or medication concerns. Moderation remains key. If you love avocados, limit portions to a quarter or half per serving just a few times a week. Simple, mindful changes like this help preserve mobility, protect your heart, and keep aging a smoother, more graceful journey. Watermelon, the fluid balance disruptor. Watermelon is the very picture of summer. A refreshing slice of sweetness that brings back memories of picnics, barbecues, and long afternoons under the sun. Its bright red flesh and juicy crunch make it a favorite among seniors, often praised as both delicious and hydrating. After all, what could be safer than a fruit made mostly of water? But appearances can be deceiving. For older adults, watermelon can quietly upset the body's delicate balance, disturbing fluid regulation and blood sugar levels in ways that can lead to unexpected and sometimes serious health complications. Let's start with the sugar. Watermelon may be over 90% water, giving the illusion of being light and harmless, but behind that refreshing sweetness hides a surprising load of natural sugar, about 18 grams in just 2 cups. Even more concerning, watermelon ranks high on the glycemic index, meaning it sends sugar rushing into your bloodstream much faster than fruits rich in fiber, like apples or berries. For seniors dealing with diabetes, prediabetes, or age-related insulin resistance, that sudden glucose surge isn't just a small concern. It can leave you dizzy or fatigued within hours, and over time, those constant spikes wear down your nerves, blood vessels, and even your eyesight. Many older adults assume watermelon is a safe, natural alternative to processed desserts, but that's a dangerous misconception. Those same 2 cups carry nearly the same sugar hit as a can of soda, without the fiber to slow it down. Picture a 65-year-old retiree relaxing on the porch with a slice of watermelon to cool off from the summer heat, unaware that each sweet bite is sending his blood sugar on a roller coaster ride. It feels like a healthy choice, until the dizziness sets in or the fatigue hits harder than expected. For those already teetering on the edge of blood sugar instability, a daily serving of watermelon might quietly push them closer to a diagnosis they'd rather avoid. But sugar is only part of the story. Watermelon's high water content, paired with its natural potassium, can also disrupt the body's fluid balance, a serious risk for seniors dealing with heart disease, high blood pressure, or reduced kidney function. Hydration is essential, of course, but taking in too much fluid too quickly, especially from potassium-rich foods like watermelon, can overwhelm an aging system. Kidneys that no longer filter efficiently may struggle to keep up, while a heart already burdened by hypertension can falter under the extra pressure. The result? Swelling in the legs, hands, or ankles, shortness of breath, and a rise in blood pressure that strains the heart even more. Take Betty, a 78-year-old widow from Arizona. In the desert heat, she relied on watermelon as her daily summer treat, one large slice every afternoon to stay cool and hydrated. It seemed like the smart thing to do, but after several days, her sandals felt tight, her ankles swelled, and climbing the stairs left her breathless. At first, she chalked it up to the heat, or maybe her arthritis acting up. When the swelling didn't subside, Betty finally called her daughter, who urged her to see a doctor. The diagnosis was sobering. Her daily watermelon habit had overloaded her body with excess fluid and potassium, aggravating an undiagnosed heart condition. Her system was retaining water, putting dangerous pressure on her heart and circulation. According to the American Heart Association, seniors with heart or kidney issues should monitor their fluid intake carefully, not only from drinks but also from water-rich foods like watermelon. Just a large serving, such as a quarter of a small melon, can shift the balance from helpful to harmful. Timing matters too. Eating watermelon late in the evening, when metabolism slows, increases the risk of overnight fluid buildup, leaving you puffy and fatigued by morning. Betty's doctor didn't forbid watermelon entirely, but advised strict moderation, no more than half a cup at a time, ideally paired with protein like a few almonds to soften the sugar impact. So, what's a better alternative? You don't need to give up refreshing flavors altogether. Try cucumber slices infused in water for hydration with a clean, crisp taste. No sugar or potassium overload. Frozen strawberries or blackberries make a chilled, fiber-rich treat that's gentle on blood sugar. Even a squeeze of lemon or lime in sparkling water can bring back that summer refreshment without the risks. And if watermelon still tempts you, keep your portions modest and enjoy it mindfully. Think of just a few small cubes earlier in the day, paired with a light, balanced snack. Aging well isn't about strict rules, it's about mindful adjustments. By rethinking how you enjoy watermelon, you're not depriving yourself. You're protecting the energy and vitality that make life sweet. Now, let's turn to another tropical favorite, papaya, often praised as a superfood for older adults seeking digestive relief. Its bright orange flesh, rich in the enzyme papain, is known for breaking down proteins and easing bloating, making it a go-to choice for those slow, uncomfortable days after a heavy meal. You'll see it in breakfast bowls, smoothies, and even health blogs that hail it as a natural cure-all. But beneath that wholesome image lies a serious concern. Papaya can interfere with essential medications, trigger allergic reactions, and for some, worsen digestive issues instead of easing them. The most troubling risk involves blood-thinning drugs like warfarin, which many seniors rely on to prevent clots, strokes, or heart attacks. The same enzyme that aids digestion, papain, can also intensify these medications' effects, thinning the blood beyond safe limits and raising the risk of internal bleeding. The result can be serious: an increased risk of internal bleeding, unexplained bruising, or even a dangerous hemorrhage. Seniors on blood thinners often follow strict diets, steering clear of leafy greens or grapefruit, yet papaya rarely appears on that warning list. It slips under the radar, and the danger doesn't stop there. Papaya can also interfere with diabetes medications, disrupting how insulin or oral drugs are absorbed and causing blood sugar swings, too low 1 hour, too high the next. Helen, a 71-year-old from San Diego, learned this the hard way. A lifelong fruit lover, she added papaya to her breakfast routine years ago, charmed by its smooth texture and how it soothed her stomach after oatmeal. She was careful with her health, taking warfarin for her heart and metformin for borderline diabetes, both carefully balanced under her doctor's guidance. But after a few months, she began to notice something odd. Purple bruises blooming on her arms and legs without any bumps or falls. At first, she brushed it off, thinking her skin was just thinning with age. Then came the nosebleeds, brief but persistent, followed by a constant, unexplained fatigue. At her next appointment, she mentioned these symptoms casually, unaware of their cause. When her doctor asked about her diet and she mentioned her daily papaya, his expression changed immediately. Blood tests confirmed it. Her clotting time was dangerously prolonged, and her glucose levels were unstable. The fruit she trusted for digestion had quietly turned against her, undermining her medications from within. Her doctor explained that papain was acting like an unpredictable booster to her warfarin, while the fruit's natural sugars and enzymes were disrupting her metformin balance. Shocked, Helen realized she'd been one daily snack away from a dangerous bleed, or worse. But medication interference isn't the only risk. Papaya's proteins can also trigger allergic reactions, a risk that increases with age. Seniors who once ate it without issue in their 50s may suddenly find themselves reacting in their 70s, especially those with latex allergies. Papaya shares a similar protein with latex, and this cross-reactivity can cause anything from itchy lips and throat irritation to stomach cramps, or, in rare cases, severe breathing trouble that sends patients to the ER. What's more, these allergies can appear suddenly, even if you've never had one before. Then comes the digestive irony. While poppin' helps some people, it can irritate others, especially those with sensitive stomachs or IBS. Instead of relief, they experience bloating, diarrhea, or burning discomfort, the exact opposite of what they expected. The National Institutes of Health advises seniors with multiple medications or allergy histories to treat papaya with caution, not blind trust. Helen's doctor didn't ban it entirely, but recommended a complete pause until her blood levels stabilized, then only a cautious reintroduction if necessary, under close monitoring. For a safer way to support digestion, alternatives shine bright. Plain yogurt provides natural probiotics to calm the gut and restore healthy balance, without the unpredictable side effects. No special enzymes are needed. A warm cup of ginger tea, steeped from fresh root or a simple tea bag, can gently soothe your stomach without interfering with medications or triggering allergies. Even a ripe banana offers mild sweetness and a natural dose of potassium, without the unpredictable side effects. Now, let's talk about one of the most beloved fruits of all time, bananas, and the hidden risk they carry for older adults. For decades, bananas have enjoyed near mythical status: portable, easy to digest, and naturally sweet. Wrapped in their sunny yellow peel, they've become a go-to snack for seniors looking for a quick energy lift or a simple breakfast edition. Soft, comforting, and loaded with potassium, fiber, and vitamins, bananas seem like nature's perfect gift. But beneath that harmless exterior lies a hidden concern many older adults overlook. For those with aging kidneys, heart disease, or blood pressure issues, bananas can quietly shift from being a healthy staple to a silent threat, delivering more potassium than the body can safely manage. Potassium is essential. It keeps your muscles contracting, your nerves firing, and your heart beating in rhythm. In moderation, it's a cornerstone of health. But as we age, our kidneys, the body's natural filters, begin to lose efficiency. Over the years, the kidneys naturally lose their ability to filter out excess potassium, a process that once worked effortlessly. For many older adults living with mild or undiagnosed kidney disease, this slowdown can quietly spell danger. A single banana contains around 400 to 450 milligrams of potassium, and for aging kidneys, that's often more than the body can handle. When potassium begins to build up in the bloodstream, a condition known as hyperkalemia can take hold. The warning signs often appear subtle at first: muscle weakness, fatigue, or a general feeling of unease. Many brush them off as part of aging, unaware that their heart may already be under strain. As potassium levels climb, the heart's rhythm can start to falter, sometimes leading to irregular beats, and in severe cases, sudden cardiac arrest. James, a 74-year-old retiree from Texas, experienced this firsthand. A lifelong banana lover, he enjoyed 2 every morning with his coffee, believing he was doing his heart a favor. What he didn't realize was that his kidney function had been quietly declining. One humid summer afternoon, he stood from his chair and was hit by a wave of dizziness. His legs trembled, his pulse raced out of sync, and a rushed visit to the ER revealed the truth. His potassium levels had reached dangerous heights. The doctors traced it directly to his daily banana routine. His kidneys simply couldn't keep up anymore. Doctors immediately told James to cut out bananas completely, and within just a few days, his strength returned, and his heartbeat steadied. What he once thought was a harmless daily habit had nearly cost him his life, a sobering reminder that even healthy foods can become risky as we age. But potassium isn't the only issue. Bananas are also loaded with natural sugars, around 14 grams per fruit, and their fast-digesting carbohydrates can send blood sugar soaring. For seniors living with diabetes or insulin resistance, that spike can be more than a small inconvenience. Unlike high-fiber fruits that release energy slowly, bananas deliver a quick rush followed by a sharp crash, leaving you feeling sluggish or even hungrier than before. Imagine starting your morning with a banana, expecting an energy boost, only to find yourself yawning an hour later. That's the blood sugar roller coaster in action. For a steadier option, berries like strawberries or blueberries offer natural sweetness, antioxidants, and much less potassium, while keeping your blood sugar balanced. And if you crave that creamy, comforting texture, a baked sweet potato can satisfy the same way. It's rich in fiber and complex carbohydrates, providing long-lasting energy without stressing your heart, kidneys, or blood sugar. The lesson here isn't to avoid bananas entirely, but to treat them with care, especially if kidney function is uncertain, something that can easily be checked with a simple blood test. Limiting your banana intake to half a fruit a few times per week is often wiser than making it a daily habit. Pairing it with protein or healthy fats can also help steady blood sugar levels. These small adjustments aren't about giving up foods you love. They're about protecting your heart, maintaining steady energy, and ensuring every bite supports your body's changing needs with age. Now, let's talk about another fruit that often surprises people: pineapple, the digestive disruptor. Just the thought of it brings to mind sunny beaches and tropical getaways. Sweet, juicy, and packed with vitamin C, pineapple feels like the perfect guilt-free indulgence. For many older adults, it's seen as both a refreshing treat and a natural digestive aid, thanks to its reputation for being rich in enzymes. Whether sliced fresh, grilled, or blended into a smoothie, pineapple seems like a healthy burst of sunshine. But beneath its bright flavor lies a double-edged truth. Its strong acidity and powerful enzymes can easily turn this tropical favorite from friend to foe, especially for older adults. Pineapple can trigger acid reflux, irritate the stomach lining, and even interfere with certain medications. The issue begins with its high acidity. Pineapple ranks among the most acidic fruits, and as we age, the body's defenses against acid reflux naturally weaken. The lower esophageal sphincter, the valve separating the stomach from the esophagus, loses tone over time. This allows stomach acid to flow upward more easily, causing heartburn, throat irritation, and that all-too-familiar burning sensation in the chest. Pineapple's sharp acidity only adds fuel to that fire. Even a single slice or a small glass of pineapple juice might seem harmless, yet for those prone to acid reflux, it can trigger hours of burning discomfort. And over time, that's more than a passing nuisance. Chronic acid exposure can gradually scar the esophagus, paving the way for ulcers, erosions, or more serious complications. Imagine enjoying a pineapple dessert, only to spend the night propped up in bed, coughing and restless. That's the reality for many older adults. Then there's bromelain, pineapple's signature enzyme often praised for aiding digestion by breaking down proteins. On paper, it sounds ideal, but in practice, it can become a wild card for seniors with stomachs already sensitive from age or medication. Bromelain can sometimes go too far, irritating the stomach lining and causing bloating, nausea, or cramping. Some even feel a tingling sensation in their mouth after eating pineapple, a subtle sign that the enzyme may be acting on more than just the food itself. For those with delicate digestion, the risks can easily outweigh the rewards, and the complications don't stop there. Bromelain also has mild blood-thinning effects, which can interfere with common medications like warfarin or aspirin, often prescribed to manage heart disease or inflammation. Too much pineapple may amplify these drugs' effects, increasing the chance of bruising, slower clotting, or prolonged bleeding from minor cuts. And for diabetics, pineapple presents yet another hidden challenge. With about 16 grams of sugar per cup, pineapple can send blood glucose soaring, a real challenge for those trying to keep it under control. Combine that with its acidity, and you've got a double hit for anyone managing multiple health concerns. Thankfully, there are gentler tropical alternatives. Mango, with its softer flavor, or cantaloupe, with lower acidity, both offer that same sunny sweetness without the sting. If giving up pineapple entirely feels impossible, moderation is key. A few small chunks paired with protein, like a bit of yogurt, can help slow sugar absorption and soften the acidic impact. Timing also makes a difference. Eating it well apart from medications can help avoid unwanted interactions. This isn't about cutting out pineapple forever. It's about listening to how your body responds as you age. If you notice a sour stomach or a scratchy throat afterward, that's your body's signal to scale back. Smart eating means enjoying the flavors you love while protecting your digestion and overall health for the long run. Because food is more than just fuel. It's a thread that connects us to the moments that shaped our lives. The fruits we've loved for decades carry memories of childhood summers, family meals, or quiet moments of comfort. A banana might bring back the rush of early mornings before work, while pineapple might remind you of a rare, sunlit vacation. These familiar habits often feel like old friends, comforting, reliable, and hard to question. Yet as we age, the rules quietly change. Our bodies no longer respond the way they once did. A snack that used to feel light and nourishing can now stir up problems, spiking blood sugar, straining the kidneys, upsetting digestion, or interfering with medications. It isn't that the fruit has betrayed us. It's simply that time has rewritten how our systems work. Aging naturally slows metabolism, softens digestion, and reshapes how our organs function after decades of service. Longevity isn't about holding on to the past. It's about adapting to the present. It may seem unfair that something so pure and natural could become a hidden risk, but the proof often lies in the body's quiet warnings. That wave of fatigue after a banana, the burn that follows a bite of pineapple, the subtle weight gain from too much avocado. In our 30s and 40s, our bodies could easily forgive the excess. But in our 60s, 70s, and beyond, precision becomes essential. Kidney function weakens, making potassium a balancing act. Blood sugar becomes more sensitive, turning sweet indulgences into energy drains. Medications multiply, and their delicate balance can easily be disrupted. Recognizing these changes isn't a sign of decline. It's empowerment. It's a chance to rewrite your menu in a way that honors both your health and your enjoyment. The goal isn't to fear fruit. It's to choose wisely. Swap the sugar rush of watermelon for the cool refreshment of cucumber water. Replace orange acidity with kiwi's gentle vitamin C, or the crisp bite of bell peppers. Skip the potassium-heavy bananas and reach for berries packed with antioxidants instead. These aren't sacrifices. They're smart upgrades. Choices that give your body the nutrition it needs without unwanted side effects. Change can feel intimidating. After all, why fix what doesn't seem broken? But the body speaks softly through aches, fatigue, or restless nights. Listening takes courage. Acting on it takes care. For many, eating habits are like old routines built over decades, comfortable, familiar, and hard to break. Yet, the rewards of adjusting are real. You'll notice mornings with more energy, digestion that runs smoothly, and a heart that feels steady and strong. It all begins with small, mindful steps, swapping one fruit, cutting portions, or adjusting the timing of a snack. Pay attention to how you feel after eating. Do you feel lighter, more balanced? That's your body guiding you. Aging well isn't about restriction, it's about intention. It's choosing foods that nurture vitality instead of just satisfying nostalgia. The years ahead deserve that clarity. Even a simple switch, like berries over bananas, can mean better sleep, fewer medications, and a body that truly thanks you. Living longer is a blessing, but living better, that's the real reward. So here's to good choices, steady energy, and a future filled with strength and joy. Wishing you lasting health, happiness, and peace. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Healthy Aging Blueprint, for more insights to help you age well and live fully.